is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
The Dukes of Hazzard first aired on January 26th, 1979. It quickly became one of America's favorite comedy, drama, adventure TV shows, and to this day, people still love it. I wasn't alive for the first run when it first aired, but as I grew up and found the Dukes of Hazzard TV shows as a young man, as a young boy, and today as a full-grown man, I love the show. I still love the show. It remains relevant. People love it. People still watch it. People still talk about it. There's museums across the country that you can visit. And even today, it is controversial because of the whole Confederate flag thing that has been going on. People trying to get it banned. So with that being said, I give you one of the most important filming locations of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
That alleyway that I was walking down is actually next to this building, 1200 Spring Street, which in episode 2, Daisy's song, was Boss Hogg's recording studio, Starr recording studio. In it, Daisy records her song for $50, but she got cheated out of it. And the FBI ends up doing a raid. They end up raiding this building, and that alleyway is where Boss Hogg escapes. He runs out to avoid the cops, to avoid the raid, and he gets away in his white Cadillac with the horns. I think it's the only time that his Cadillac, Boss Hogg's car, can be seen with the hood up. Usually it's down, it's a convertible, but it's the only time where you can see in the whole 145 episodes that the hood is up.
You're nuts, Mr. Starr! Whoa! Jojo! Jojo, you all right?
Cops!
Cops!
Outside, it's a raid!
A raid?
What we're gonna do, come on this way. Jojo!
Boss, it's a raid!
The door behind me is the side door to Boss Hogg's recording studio, Starr recording studio. Boss Hogg bolts out of this door in his white suit, grabbing his white hat so it doesn't fly off, because everybody knows Boss Hogg loves his white hat just as much as he loves his white Cadillac, and just as much as he hates the Duke boys.
Hey, wake up, you bingo! It's a raid!
He gets into the white Cadillac, which is sitting right about here. The hood is up, and he speeds off down this road towards William Street here in Atlanta.
Now don't you worry about old boss man, because he is a survivor.
The cops come flying off of Spring Street down this alleyway right after him. And as you can see, it's just a really small stretch of road. But they fly down here, and that is the magic of Hollywood.
Now, while all hell was busting loose behind her, Miss Daisy was writing another hit.
And of course, the good old boys are always trying to do right, but as the raid happens, they bolt out these doors. They jump down here, they run down this hillside, and Luke Duke slides across the General Lee. They get in the car and they speed away.
Dummies are still carrying the evidence.
Now, obviously, the General Lee is not parked there. The Bat Box is today. I like to think of it as a little bit of a General Lee, but I am a slow driver, nothing like the Duke boys. But here's an interesting fact. Tom Wopat, who played Luke Duke, has said that that slide, that iconic slide, is actually an accident. In fact, as they were running down, the whole plan was for him to jump and run across the hood of the car, but his foot got caught and his leg actually slid across it. And that was the first time in all of Dukes of Hazzard that hood slide happened. And it became the hallmark of his character. It became one of the most iconic parts of the TV show. It is said that he cut his hand on the antenna of the General Lee, and that is why there's no antenna on any of the General Lees throughout the Dukes of Hazzard history. Interesting? I think so. But that is pretty neat. As much as I would love to slide across the hood of the Bat Box, I don't think I can, mainly because that fence. I can't get up enough speed or momentum to slide across it, and I honestly don't know if the Bat Box can hold it or hold me. It seems pretty flimsy of a car, and not like the old steel hoods of those classic cars, those monster cars from back in the day, those cool cars. In fact, there was a lot of General Lees used, mainly because all the rigorous crap that they put them through, all the stunts. It is, from what I hear, rumor has it, and I would believe that it is true, actually, that at least one General Lee was used in, a new General Lee was used in each episode, mainly because they crashed them all. It's pretty darn interesting. It's a beautiful car. I'd hate to wreck it. I always hate whenever they wreck cars in movies or TV shows. I'm like, no, I want that car. But I never get it. But yes, this is where the iconic hood slide of the Dukes of Hazzard happened. Now, the rest of the Dukes of Hazzard TV show was filmed here in the Atlanta area, Conyers, Covington, but most of the in-city scenes or the chase scenes in the cities were filmed here in the streets of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, the first 5 episodes were actually filmed here. After that, they were moved out to California where bigger budgets could happen so they can have all those cars that they needed that they constantly crash. Now, that makes me sad. But anyhow, Dukes of Hazzard filming locations, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later.
That's our boys.
They call me a calamity man, but I'm trying as hard as I can to keep a bad luck away from me. I'm doomed to win the night, filled with misery.